good afternoon, everyone. This is Vegas Gun Guy with a review today of the Kriss Vector 9mm pistol. This particular one is a Gen 2 and has on it an SB brace, so it's perfectly legal. Anyway, this, when I first saw it, I was wondering what it was. I initially thought it might be an industrial nail driver or staple gun, but in fact, it's a pretty innovative, unique weapon. And we're going to go through and talk about what it does that no other gun that I'm aware of does. And this gets down to this whole appendage that you see coming down from the receiver. And the reason that is there is to accommodate the bolt, because when the gun is fired, the bolt starts to come back and then makes an L turn and comes down into this chamber. There are two pieces in here, the bolt itself and a linkage that it's attached to on a track, comes right down here. Now what does that do? Well, it is for recoil mitigation, and it actually does work. It's much less recoil than another gun of its type and caliber. And not only does it reduce the recoil, but because it reduces recoil, the rise is significantly less. So it allows you to get on that second shot or third shot a lot faster. So let's go over some of the features of this gun, and then let's see what else we can talk about. We'll start with the threaded barrel, and then you do have pop-up sights, front and rear, and you can see that I've chosen to go with a red dot. I put a Nikon on top, which works better for me. And it has pins, 3 of which allow you to remove this lower part of the weapon. And when you do that, you can actually put on a different caliber set. So this is a 9mm. They make in a 10mm and a 45 caliber kit that replaces this piece. Has the barrel in here. It's not up here. The barrel, you can see, is attached to the lower part, and that will enable you to change calibers, which is pretty clever, pretty unique. Let's go to the other side. You can see the charging handle is over here. It's not ambidextrous. The magazine release also is not ambidextrous. It's down here. Now, a lot of right-handed shooters will complain that when they wrap their hand around, they accidentally hit that, releasing the magazine. I'm left-handed, so it's not an issue for me. And the other thing it does have an ambidextrous safety. So let's talk about the difference between this. This is a Gen 2, and the difference between this and the Gen 1. Right off the bat, I will tell you that the Gen 1 has a 90 degree safety. This is 45 degree. Number 1. Number 2, the trigger on the Gen 2, flatter, crisp. And then most importantly, in going to the Gen 2, they made a charging handle that's a lot easier to operate. It's a bear on the Gen 1. I had the Gen 1, I got rid of it for that reason. It was much too difficult to use the charging handle. So this works pretty well, pretty easy, and it's a short stroke. The other thing you want to be aware of is that it takes Glock magazines. So if you've got a Glock pistol in 9mm, they'll go directly into here, no problem. So you don't have to get any magazines that are proprietary from Kriss Vector. Why did I change my mind when I looked at it first and I thought it was so ugly? It's because of that innovative design, that mitigation of recoil using the vector movement of the bolt. And that's pretty clever. That's pretty slick. And I will tell you that if you really are into guns and you consider yourself a collector, you're probably going to own one of these because it is truly unique, it is innovative. Excuse me. It is not as iconic of, let's say, a Colt 1911, Browning high power, but it will certainly find its place in history as an innovative design, and maybe in the top 10. Reminds me a lot of having an HK squeeze cocker, the P7. No other gun works like that. In any event, I've taken it out. It's very accurate, easy to shoot, and it does become a thing of beauty once you get to know it. I prefer this to the carbine. I had the carbine, I didn't like it as much. But anyway, enjoy it, go get one, have fun, and thanks for watching. This is a Las Vegas gun guy saying have a great day.